AM 560. The Answer.
You know, we had finance on. We had the brilliant Scott Shality. 40 years trading all kinds of markets. And yet he has never probably had a run like these moron postmenopausal misfits from Florida, the Democrat. What's the one? She looks like Todd Christensen.
Back in November, we noticed Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She's not just lovely. Apparently she knows how to trade stocks. Only, of course, when she creates the policy to make certain that the stock price rises. You know, insider trading and stealing, you dizzy whore.
Stock in a company called Viasat, and it really caught our eye because it was the first time we'd seen her buy the stock, and it was the first time we'd seen any member buy the stock.
Okay, so Debbie Wasserman Schultz sits on the Appropriations Committee and the Subcommittee on Military Construction. That's not a good look right off the bat.
And then in December, it was announced that Viasat would be awarded part of like a $4 billion NASA contract. And this
$4 billion. So she buys a stock of a company nobody heard of. Less than 30 days later, and she sits on the committee that gives the contract to this said company. They get a $4 billion contract. The stock more than triples. That's theft. That's not just insider trading. She was the architect of the steal. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Maybe they're afraid to send her to prison because it would be like sending me to hedonism, 1984.
stock just rose.
Looks like they got another big contract also with the Department of Defense right after the NASA contract.
Well, see, because now she told her friends. See, she's the first in. It's like a Ponzi scheme. Now you whisper to all the scum congressmen, Democrats mainly, but you tell some of those sycophants around them, those little office lapdogs that work for them, so they really spread the word. Then the stock goes up and up and up. You think Debbie would at least invest in some sort of a makeover, perhaps even a hairdo, you ugly dog.
A couple years ago, we saw Representative Susie Lee buy stock in a company called Rheinmetall. Which is a German defense contractor, which, I mean, that rang alarm bells for us because it was a stock we hadn't really seen any members trade before.
A German company, Rheinmetall. An American congresswoman, another dog, another butt-ugly Democrat dog. Boy, how'd you figure that out, Toots?
And obviously very tied into U.S. defense policy.
It's like they're doing a lot of work with the Army lately. Tank modernization. I bet there's big money in that.
Susie Lee sat on a committee on military construction, and since then the stock's risen like, I think, 250%. Last year we saw Senator Mark Wayne Mullen buy stock in a company called Badger Meter, which really caught our attention.
Mark Wayne Mullen, that's a shame. See, this is bipartisan scum. Sorry, Mark, but you want to dance with the gypsies. Congratulations, you're a gypsy.
Because Badger Meter makes automated water meters, and Senator Mark Wayne Mullen sits on the Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works, and we learned...
So a Republican, Mark Wayne, this is a real shame for me. I like them. Not no more. I don't like thieves. Sorry, Mark.
That the EPA had recently passed a mandate basically encouraging cities to switch to automated water meters. The year following the trade, Badger Meter stock rose around 40% before Senator Mark Wayne Mullen posed his position.
You sold out your principles for 40% on your money? Not only are you a scumbag, inside trader, you're a moron. For 40%, you threw away your character. Go buy yourself something pretty. Eric in Belvedere.
Yes. Today I was on my way to Geneseo, and in the intersection of 88 and 82, I believe, or 92.
Okay.
There's a wheel stud, and this thing is equivalent in weight to a good fistful of silver dollars or half dollars even, probably a pound and a half. Well, it's off a truck, and they're supposed to do daily inspections when they walk around their trucks, and that would have been seen on a pre-trip. So my topic is, if they can't read the signs or know where to make a U-turn, what makes anybody think they're going to be able to identify a loose wheel or any other problem that's on a big truck?
Now, Eric, think about the names of the people that have been harmed and injured and murdered because illegal aliens, because politicians allowed people who can't read, don't know our rules of the road, have never been involved in this kind of industry before. And now they pretend they're truck drivers like you or other people who work their whole lives to be safe, to be responsible, to follow all the rules. How many people have to die? before people understand
right.
right and wrong. You know, Eric, this isn't policy to me. This is the right answer versus the wrong answer. And when Democrats make it, it's not a coincidence. It's always wrong. That's their intention because they don't give a rip about the actual citizens. Just like a Chicago Democrat could give a rip about the 16 people who were shot this weekend, 4 dead. To them, that's a good weekend. That's a good weekend.
Our beautiful Secretary of State has a hotline you can call in to report DEI, or not DEI.
I think I know the number.
ICE agents ICE agents. Yeah, I've sent 3 emails so far about the mishaps I see every day. And I'm not a semi-driver. I'm a retired mechanic. So I know pretty much know what I'm looking for when I drive.
Why don't you enjoy your retirement by coming?
40-ton bullets.
Yeah, come down here by me with the decent people. Enjoy your retirement. By the way, that phone number is 1-800 right here. Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate it. Glenn in Orlando.
Yeah, hey, Sean, I got 2 questions. First, with the government shutdown going on, do you think the Convention of States will start to accelerate a little more?
I hope so. I hope so. That's always been. Listen, that is to me the only answer. You can't commingle with this kind of scum. Look at what they've done. You're talking 15 years, 85% of the debt, and you talk to these. Pick a moron. You think it's just Mamdani? It's that menopausal misfit behind them. The governor. Yep. They're selling that same claptrap Marxism, utopian, the tax the rich, eat the rich. Get the hell out of here. Think I don't even want my money touching their money. Get away, scumbags. I'm on to you. 312-642-5600.
Call Sean now.
1-800 right here.
This is the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.